Centerfold. A breathing umbrella centered on stalks. I finally stretch unfurling curves past diamond edges of hemicubes to perch on a kite. Bending the mirrors of aluminum corners, I catch fleeting sight of love's delight, now a flickering moth still in butterlight. Dancing between stereopticon eyes, love sizes me up to supersize, turning my pages past out ages, through the balls and boxes to the stapled centerfold of now. Full of itself in the sun-drenched light, my hourglass moves from the magnet fridge to center point at the scissors store for a badly needed manicure, piercing tender holes in my stainless steel screen to freedom. From San Rafael Hill. High hill seats nothing on my mind. Mountain biker plows past on a downhill fling. Peruvian flute born for mountains floats. Late November landscape shimmers with unexpected sun. Still juicy with life in the hourglass, I live this discontinuous space lapse movie with only faith or fate as saving soundtrack. Placebo medicine triggers systems. Work path opens up a big hole. I careen off the walls with the kids, visual reality style. Look to mountain tops for comfort and coordinates. Climb parallel peaks to gaze at big magic still above, never left its sight. Messages traipse back, you are this, you are that. Still catching armored rays, letting others judge while what is needed is way inside. And when the world turned rainbow parfait, what was in those leaves, I sighed. Placebo, he replied, his usual ironies in the fire. Highest quality, said I. It was enough for then. Disaster dances around frilly hope in a wild tarantella. Then that glum, headachy sky can transmute to sun once again in the wink of an eye. Whose joke is this, the way it is, in this state on the very far edges of things, a complex, bitter, sweet tang? I give thanks for my life in California. Riverine. A smattering of strangers who write, writers who say strange things, speckles the river gravel out on a 19th century picnic with no food but 21st century words. Each a little island of complexity assigned the task of seeing what is there. As one writes, the shadow of her penned hand makes a towered gazebo, and the sweetest solo song from some unwatched bird paints the afternoon breeze in candied, translucent ink. 7 small seated people, tiny literary lights strung along the riverbank with the soft rush of the Russian and the secret words of wind in their ears, all at peace on the outside, while inside each one rages red cascades, rolling, roiling macrophage and the acid bath dissolving lunch to cell food. Serotonin sending its all-is-well signals to synapses stops to inhale a poem and the scent of ripening plums. On hearing Caroline. When I think of all the possible purple fruit alive at one time, sweetly decked and aching to be eaten, with more buds flowering in the wings, it makes it a little easier to walk into the atrium, where little mounds of fading photos pile up beneath their recent trees and wait for indexed albums. Communities of smoke-singed sepia pastels, their crumpled leaves the only record left of brilliant smiles on chartreuse dew-dripped mornings inside ageless landscapes of bird-songed summer sun. Someday, I hope someone does it for me.